यूतपदकमलम् श्री गुरुं वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगना रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजना सहितं कृष्ण चैतन्यदेवं श्री राधा कृष्ण पदान् सहगन ललिता श्री विशाखान्वितंश्च हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कांता राधा कांता नमोस्तुते तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छा कल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्यः च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्ण प्रस्थाय भूतले श्रीमते श्रीला स्वामी नामने नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्ण प्रस्थाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी नामने नमस्ते सरस्वती गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशैतारिणे मूकं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुं लङ्घयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरुं दीनतारिणं परमानन्दमाधवं श्रीचैतन्यमीश्वरम्. So now we will offer prayers to Krishna and Srimad Bhagavatam. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudirayet Shushrusho Shraddhadanasya Vasudeva Katharuchi Syan Mahat Sevaya Vipram Punyatirtha Nishevanath Srinotam Sokatha Krishna Punya Sravana Kirtana Hridayandastokya Putrani Vidunoti Sukrit Sadam Nashta Prayesha Padreshu Nityam Bhagavate Sevaya Bhagavati Uttama Sloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naistiki Tata Rajastamo Bhava Kama Lokadayastye चेदेदैरनाविद्धं स्थितं सत्त्वे प्रसीदति एवं प्रसन्नमनसो भगवद्भक्तियोगतः भगवत्तत्त्वविज्ञानं मुक्तसङ्गस्य जायते विद्यते हृदये ग्रन्थिस्थित्यन्ते सर्वसंशयाः क्षीयन्ते चास्य कर्माणि दृष्टयेवात्मनीश्वरे कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय देवकी नन्दनाय च नन्दगोपकुमाराय गोविन्दाय नमो नमः। नमः पङ्कजनाभाय नमः पङ्कजमालिने नमः पङ्कजनेत्राय नमस्ते पङ्कजाङ्घ्रे. So today we are reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 3, Chapter 6, verses 19 to 22. So let me share the screen. Share screen. Yeah. Then this my 619. So, this one and this one. So we are in the verse. Okay. So text 19. Metram tasya vinirpinnam sotishnyam kaupavishat redasam shena yena savanandam pratipadyate. That is a translation. No, let's read the word-to-word meaning. Metram means genitals, tasya of the gigantic form, vinirpinnam being separated, sothishnyam own position, ka Brahma the original living creature, upavishat ended, redasa amshena with the part of the semen, yena by which asau the living entity, anandam sex pleasure, pratipadyate experiences. Translation by His Divine Grace Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. When the genitals of the gigantic form separately became manifest, then Prajapati, the original living creature, entered into them with his partial semen, and thus the living entities can enjoy sex pleasure. So here it is simply in very short, crisp translation alone is given. So whereas in Virat Rupa, described by Lord Brahma to Narada Muni, that is in Canto 1, Canto 2, text chapter 6, text 1 to 17. It describes actually, sorry, the Virat Rupa, even in the first chapter of the second canto, described by Shukadev Goswami to King Parishit. Verse number 32. It describes Brahmaji, who generates all living beings, is his genitals, and the Mitra Varunas are his two testicles. So Brahmaji is the original, Prajapati. So Lord is the father of all living entities, as said in Bhagavad Gita. Bhagavad Gita 14, verse number 3. Aham bija prada pita. So that is, I am the seed-giving father of all. So Lord Brahma, Lord Brahma is seated in the genitals of the Lord, because everything, all the living entities emanate from there. That is the Mahat Yoni. That is from each living entities whom one species of living entity emerges. But from the Lord's Yoni, Mahat Yoni, this whole, the universe springs, all the living entities. So Lord Brahma, the original Prajapati, is seated under genitals. And then in the 6th chapter of second canto, that is the Virat Rupa described by Lord Brahma to Narada. In that also it is said, text 8, that is, from his genitals originate water, semen, generatives, rains, and the procreators. So, and it's a cause of a pleasure that counteracts the distress of begetting, because that is also in the Mahat Yoni, the sex pleasure. That is everything that is in the macrocosm is in the microcosm. That is everything that is in the Virat form, universal form of the Lord, is also in the tiny living entities, body. So this sex pleasure is the source of some ananda in this mundane material world. Why is it there? Because only then the procreation will go on. So the whole material existence, it is said, it is the prison house of the sex desire. So all the living entities are trapped in this material struggle for existence because of that tiny, and that is the greatest pleasure that the microcosmic, this living entity can experience. So that is there, not accidentally. It is a Lord's purpose. Yeah? That is the the bodies are created in the wombs of, whenever one body is perishing, its next body is created in this material creation in the universe, maybe in some other universe. So this is happening because of the purpose of the continuation of the soul's migration in its journey, until when, of course, it inquires into Atato Brahma Jijnasa. That is, how am I here in this world? Until that question strikes him, he should go on from the soul is like passed on from one set of parents to the next, just like a piece of gold coin is passed around from one owner to the next, like that. So that is the verse number 90. So about the genitals, the Mahat Yoni of the Lord. Then we will go to text 20. Gudam pumso vinirpinnam mitro lokesha visat Vayunam shena yena sau visargam pratipadyate. That is translation. The evacuating channel separately became manifest, and the director named Mitra entered with the partial organs of evacuation. Thus, the living entities are able to pass stool and urine. So here, it is to eliminate the waste from the body. We have the organ of excretion or evacuation, and Mitra is the demigod associated with that one. So in the Lord's body also, there is this rectum and organs of evacuation. So we will refer to the other references. That is text 9 in Lord Brahma's description to Narada in 2nd canto. Text 9 says, the evacuating outlet of the universal form is the abode of the controlling deity of death, Mitra, and the rectum of the Lord is place of envy, misfortune, death, hell, etc. So everything bad is in the rectum of the Lord. Envy, misfortune, death, hell, etc. So we have description of all the hellish planets in the end of the 5th canto. There are so many planets of the subterranean, the hellish planets, but they are all considered to be located in the rectum of the Lord. We have seen that in the previous descriptions of Virat-rupa, how the universe, the 14 planetary systems are part of the gigantic form of the Lord. His head, the Tapoloka, and on his chest is and in his I forgot, in his chest, and in his waist, that is a mid-region, is our Earth planet, and on his legs, and the subterranean planets, the lower planets, etc. So here it says the hellish planets are in the rectum of the Lord, and all unwanted things like envy, misfortune, death, everything is residing there. Then we will go to 21. 21. Hastavasya vinirpinnavindra sorpadira vishat avartayam shena purusho yaya vrittim prapadyate. And that is, thereafter, when the hands of the gigantic form separately became manifested, Indra, the ruler of the heavenly planets, entered into them. And thus the living entity is able to transact business for his livelihood. So here the hands of the Lord is manifesting. And Lord Indra, the king of heavenly planets, is the demigod for the hands. We know also that the Kshatriyas come from the arms of the Lord, and Brahmanas come from the mouth or from the head of the Lord, like that. The Chaturvarna Maya Srishta, that is, the four Varnas also have their place in the Virat form. They are originating in the place of origin in the Virat form. So here, the Kshatriyas, they are the one who protect. So the power of the Kshatriyas is coming from the arms of the Lord. So, and Lord Indra is the demigod. So how do we earn our livelihood? For the living entity, the two arms are his creative activities are conducted by the two hands. So everything, this is my left hand and that is my right hand. So everything has its function. We know so many things that we do with our hands. Without our hands, how can we eat? How can we bathe? Everything happens because we have been given two arms. The Lord has empowered us to execute all the activities. How does a person, the farmer, till the land and sow the seeds and reap the harvest? Everything because we have been given the two arms, two hands by the Lord. So, and we do our worship. We sacrifices. The Lord has given us the two hands. So next we will go to 22. Padavasya vinirpinno lokesho vishnuravichat gyatya swamshena purusho yayam prapyam prapadyate. That is, thereafter the legs of the gigantic form separately became manifest, and the demigod named Vishnu, not the personality of Godhead, but the demigod named Vishnu entered with partial movement. This helps the living entity move to his destination. So this is also very, very important. That is, our power of movement is in our legs. And so, and Lord Vishnu, that is the Lord Vishnu who is the maintainer, not the three Purushas, that is the Karanodakashai Vishnu, Karanodakashai Vishnu, Garbhodakashai Vishnu, or Shirodakashai Vishnu. But Lord Vishnu, who is the maintainer, is the Lord of our demigod for our legs. This helps the living entity move to his destination. So we can reflect on the, meditate on the legs of Vamana Deva, which measured the entire creation in 3 steps. Lord Vishnu. And what about we are also make our able to make our tiny steps towards our goals. We have to go from one place to another. And Lord has given us so much freedom. That is, He resides in us. In our, that is Paurisham Nrishu. That is the ability in man. So the man wishes to fly in the air, and so he was able to create the airplane, and then he wants to swim in the ocean. Okay, he created the ship and the boat and everything. So all this is given by the Lord. He is the ability in man, according to Bhagavad Gita. So these are our 3-4 verses today. This is Maitreya Muni talking to, in his conversation with Vidura, describing the Virat Rupa of the Lord. So Virat Rupa is a tool for those who simply lack any conception of the personal form of the Lord. They have to start somewhere. So we meditate on this gigantic form of the Lord. And then it is very instructive, because in Bhagavad Gita, Arjuna wishes to see the all-pervading form of the Lord. Why? Because he is asking Krishna, how can I remember you? Lord instructed him in the 7th chapter. Rasohamapsu kaundeya prapasmi shashi surayo pranavam sarva vedeshu shabdakhe paurusham nrunu. So that is, I am the taste of water. I am the light in the sun, moon, and the luminaries. I am the sound, Om, the syllable Om in all the Vedic mantras. And I am sound in ether and ability in man. So after hearing all this, Arjuna is wishing, still, how can I better remember you, Krishna? And so Krishna endorsed him with the spiritual vision. Not that Arjuna could, even Arjuna, who is friend of Krishna, is not able to see this all-pervading form with his own eyes, and what to speak about the ordinary living entity. So Krishna gives him the spiritual eyes to see the Virat Rupa. So this is simply so that that when we look at the trees, we remember that they are the hairs on the body of the Lord. When we look at the taste, drink water, we remember the taste of water is Krishna. And when we look at the sun and the moon, and we know the teaching, the appropriate sections from Bhagavad Gita. And what is it that makes all the universes float in the in the sky? That because Krishna enters into each orbit, I enter into each orbit and make them stable. So this is all manifested creation, is something for the living entity to reflect on, remember Krishna by. The mountains are the bones, the oceans are his belly, the rivers are the veins of his body. All this we can remember, seeing the Krishna, seeing the Virat form. So Virat Rupa, first it is explained by Shukadev Goswami to King Parishad, and then Lord Brahma to Narada. Lord Brahma says, "Oh Narada, you are competent to understand this. What is that competency? Because Lord Brahma, he empowers Narada. Narada is the created being, Brahma's Manasa Putra. So, because he is that empowered incarnation of the Lord, and he is approaching, Narada is approaching his father and asking, what is the real source of all this? You seem to know the entire creation like a walnut in your hand. Yet you are so, you seem to be connected to somebody superior. You are carrying out your affairs with so much devotion. So that is Narada's inquiry regarding the power behind, the ultimate power, the ultimate source. So, and then Brahma explains, just like a loving father explains to a child. So, and Lord Brahma says, the purpose is to understand the pious actor, the Supreme Lord. So, the whole thing, I mean, the Lord Brahma's, so Lord Brahma is our, the head of our disciplic succession, Brahma, Matva, Narada, Brahma, Narada, Brahma, Matva, Narada. Like that, Brahma, Narada, Matva, like that. Sorry, I'm really sorry making fundamental mistakes. So Lord Brahma is the first created being, and it is his power of tapasya which enables him to meet the Lord face to face. And the Lord, seeing the desire in the heart of Brahma to undertake this creation for him, empowers him, blesses him, shakes hands with him. So tapasya is at the bottom of the driving force. Everything that is set in motion is energized by that power of tapasya in Lord Brahma. So we also have to undertake our own little tapasya that we have to do in this. We have only 2 minutes left in this Purushottama month. So we have to follow in the disciplic succession, follow in the footsteps of our great acharyas, and this and to the best of our abilities, perform our devotional services. So devotional services alone, and that is alone enables us to see the Lord face to face, because finally, ultimately, we are all bewildered living entities coming to exist in this material world, and it is an illusory energy of the Lord that puts us in illusion, and we have to overcome that power. And how do we overcome that power? Mam eva ye prapatyante mayam edam tarandite. That is Devi Esha Gunamai Mama Maya Duratyaya Mam eva ye prapatyante mayam edam tarandite. That is, those who surrender unto me is able to overcome this difficult, the most powerful illusory energy of the Lord, and see his face. So Krishna says, as you surrender unto me, the more you are able to realize me. And then another teaching of the Bhagavad Gita, Sarvam, those who see me everywhere and everything in me, that is Sarvam Mayi Pasyati and Sarvatra Maham Pasyati. Tasyaham na Pranashyati, something. That is, to him I am never lost, and he is never lost to me too. So that is a relationship with Krishna. So we have to be able to, our vision, we have to expand to be able to see Krishna everywhere, and to dovetail our activities as service to Krishna. So someday a computer whisked devotee will come and present this Virat Rupa, the cosmic form, with his computer animated software. But that is not enough. We have to really be a recipient of a vessel for the recipient of the mercy of the disciplic succession. That is where the success in life lies. So another small thing I will add and end the class. So that is even Mother Yashoda is bewildered by Damodara, and she is not able to bind him. She is searching for ropes, so many, tying them so many together, and still she is not able to tie him to the mortar. So, and then the prayer to Damodara says, Namastestu dhamne spuradipti dhamne todiyodara vishwasya dhamne. That is, your belly is the abode of the whole universe. So ultimately, it is Krishna we are searching, and it is everything is to bring us closer to the Supreme Person, to realize our relationship with Krishna. So I will end here. I'm sorry, I'm not very organized, and neither is the universal form. I am not very good at remembering and clearly understanding. Please forgive me. Please, thank you for being here. Hare Krishna. Any questions or comments? Okay, if no questions, we can end the class. In fact, Lakshmikant Prabhu is not here today, so I think we can.
I joined back, Mataji, last few minutes.
Oh, okay, Prabhu.
Thank you, Mataji. Last 7-8 minutes I was.
Okay. So we can end the class, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Thank you so much, Mataji.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much. Vancha kalparupya kripa sindhubhya vacha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namo.